Hey everybody, welcome back to another Tuesday night. Let's chat with the Muskrat, hanging out here at the house. We got a full house already. People piling up in chat and hanging out with us, and so we've got a big announcement tonight. And new year, new things coming, and I've had a lot of fun with everybody trying to guess who the new co-host will be, and it's been fun. I'm enjoying the comments, and to be honest, only one person has guessed it right. Are you the person that guessed it right? Well, you're going to find out here in just a little bit. We've got the co-hosts on their way, and but before we get into all that and talk a little bit, we're going to go ahead and start off the way we always do, and that's to say thank you and welcome to Muskrat Adventures here on Tuesday night. And so tonight we got, I couldn't scroll back far enough to see who was first. I seen Avid said he was second, but somebody beat him. I just can't figure out who it is. But we had Avid in the house. We got Stonefly 71. We got Jason Lamb. We got Chucky, Rez, Bobcat, Jacob. We also got Chrissy and Creole. Catfishing's in the house. Mike Irvin, Skip Stewart. What's up, Skip? Jody's in the house. She's actually out on the water fishing right now herself. We got Mike's Fishing Home. Tommy over at Minnow Dunkers. What's up, Tommy? Sent me a video this morning. I thought it was pretty cool. Dale Hayslip hanging out with us as well. The Squirrel. We got J-Dog in the house. What's going on, J-Dog? We got Daryl over at Trophy Seeker Outdoors. Daryl today hit his 4,000 watch hours, and so he's on the climb to hit 1,000. So we'll be talking a little bit about that as well. Let's see who else we got. And we got Silver Fox Sandy in the house as well. Sandy, thanks for tuning in. We got Uncle Jeep. We got LG Bass. LG Bass, I'm actually going to be on his show on Thursday night at 10 o'clock. So if you guys haven't seen an episode of the Dock Tales at 10 o'clock on Thursday, I'm not sure what he's got in store for me, but we're sure to have a good time over on Tom's channel. So be sure to check that out. See who else we got in here. We got my buddy Bill Hopper with War Pig Catfishing. What's up, buddy? Chrissy Brown. I said it once. I'll say it again. It's Ty Muskrat. There we go. Let's see. We got Patriot James, Philip Williams, John Boy's in the house, John Patrick Jr., boy, oh boy, man, we got 61 people already. Holy smokes. We got Tara Blackburn hanging out with us as well. I'm trying to keep the dog happy over here. We got Brenda Catfishing with Koss in the chat as well. Sean Abney, Freddy's Outdoor Adventures, Mr. L. Stan Perez, Chunky Cats Fishing. What's going on, buddy? Thank you for stopping in. Jody thinks she guessed it right. Jody was not the person who guessed right. So, if you think you're it, then we'll find out here in just a minute. There we go. There's my brother, Zach Murray. What's going on, buddy? We got a raging river down there behind us. Our river is out of control right now. We got Kevin Palmetto Cats. I'm trying to get everybody in here, man. I'm excited. We got Jeremy Colvin fishing. We got Chad over at Fields of Water. If you haven't made the switch, you better do it. You're going to start missing episodes. You're going to start missing these live tournaments and everything else that Chad puts on and D do over there on the channel. So be sure to, if you haven't made the switch yet, get with the program. All right. We got Larry with 3+1 Outdoors. We got Ian over with the Slime Booger Catfish Crew. That's a group here in Ohio. So Ian, thanks for tuning in. Ian's been helping share out the channel a little bit and enjoying the content. So thanks for your input, buddy. Alvin Lewis is in the house as well. Buck Williams. Holy cow. I might get there. We got Frank Lamperin in the house as well. We got messages coming in. Things are flying off. Get hooked on D. Big Jake's Catfishing. Well, I think that might be a new one for me, or I've missed it in the past. But thanks for stopping in. Thanks for being here. And we're going to try to get on down through here. We got Annette Morgan in the house as well. Sean Abney. I think I said that one already. We got Mark Anthony as well. Woo-wee. It's JR. Thanks for stopping in. I'm not trying your last name. Zapata. I probably just murdered that, but I apologize. Let's see. It's all mine. What's going on, Michelle? Thanks for stopping in and hanging out with us. we're about to kick this thing off, and I know that you guys are ready. There's Van over at V3 Customs. Jacob Dallas got your stickers. He absolutely loves them, and the fact they are from another country. And there we go. That is awesome. That is awesome. I love the love and support we get from across the pond and here at home. It's really refreshing. So I'm going to take a quick scroll to make sure we got Papo Ed in the house, Lance McCoo guy. I don't know if I'm even close to the bottom of this list. We got Alvin Lewis, Lyle with Catfish Weekly. Man, I appreciate you guys all tuning in. Here we go. I think I'm getting close. Oh, man, we got a super chat already. Big timer to Chad. Grab the new channel, Fields to Water. Thank you, Mike's Fishing Home. Appreciate that. I'm sure I know D and Chad do also as well. So, okay, hurry up, Roger. People want to see me. Well, if you guessed J-Dog, and some people did, there was more than one person that guessed J-Dog. So, it wasn't J-Dog. Only one person guessed this right tonight. There we go. What's up? Chat's going too fast. Fishing of Freedom. Holy smokes. You ain't kidding, bud. I can't keep up. Good show last night. I appreciate you jumping in. Whew, man. Oh, man. We got John Parker, real-time catfishing. Let me turn my phone down and we get this thing started. So we've got, New Year kicking off, new things. I just got a picture from Chad. I'm not going to post it. Lee Evans is in the house as well. But, I was thinking about what can I do different coming into the new year. I'm wanting to do some new things this year. And one of the things that I had thought about was maybe it's time to get a co-host. I try to pride myself on keeping up with chat and making sure that everyone feels included. Their questions get answered to the best of my ability. Fishing with JBT, welcome. Thanks for stopping in. And I try to make sure everybody's included, but I do still miss stuff. And, I've been at this for a little over a year with the episodes. So I thought, let's mix it up a little bit. Let's bring somebody fresh on the scene. And it was a tough decision, but who I chose, just has a lot to. James Fox, what's going on, buddy? Thanks for stopping in. So, are you guys ready? Let me see some thumbs up in chat if you guys are ready to see who's going to join me on Tuesday nights from here on out. Now, I'm not sure if we're going to keep Muskrat Adventures. We might just change the name of the show. And that might be another. Another guess. I don't know. We'll see how that goes. But you guys ready? Suspense is killing me. Holy moly, we got 89 people in chat. Pontoon Jody, thank you. Become a member of the I've got two different groups now. I got Weekend. Oh, I seen the Weekend Angler. We got Muskrat Love and we got the Rat Pack as options on memberships. So Jody, thank you for being the very first person to jump on the bandwagon. And here we go. Can we get a drum roll, please? In 3, 2, 1. Bada bing, bada boom. What's going on, my brother?
Oh, baby, I'm excited.
Are you excited?
I'm
excited. Buddy, we are going to have some fun. We're going to have a good time.
Absolutely.
Fishing in Mid-South was actually the only one who got it right.
Yep.
Out of everybody who was guessing.
Everybody's like, oh, no, I'm out.
No, heck no. We're up to 97 people. That might be an all-time high, 98 people on a Tuesday night. Now, we've had good participation. We get 100. We get 100. That'll be awesome. We're at 99, man. So, so guys, here it is. The Raging Cajun himself, Mr. Jeremy Dufour. What's up, buddy?
Man, what is up? I am excited. This is, everybody remembers me a while back. Did my little stint with Stan. Unfortunately, my work schedule just did not allow me to continue the show with Stan. However, my work schedule puts me home early on Tuesdays. So here we are.
and I am happy. As I came through to the realization that I wanted to incorporate somebody else in the show. There are a lot of great people that come to mind, and but the opportunity with your schedule and just the click that we have, I think fits this show perfectly. And so I hope everyone's happy.
You're gonna make me cry, Roger. You're gonna make me cry. You're doing that. Okay, I'm good. I'm good now.
So hopefully everyone is as excited as we are about this. And
Minnow Dunkers, Muskrat plus Creole equals a catfishing hot mess. Yes, that is exactly what we were going for. That's right. Yes. A hot, slimy mess.
We definitely share the same passion and the hunger for improvement. Yes. That's one of the things that really made the connection easy. So welcome, and we're gonna talk a little bit about things we're going to do this year and some changes that are coming. We got Uncle Lou hanging out in the house. Thanks for stopping in, buddy. Appreciate it. Everybody loves our Uncle Lou.
Absolutely.
And, people are already starting to.
They're already renaming the show.
Throw some names out there and Bayou Adventures.
Wow. that didn't.
Bang! Bada bing, bada boom. Uncle G. With the $20. Woo! It's better cheddar time.
Better cheddar time, baby.
Boy. Good choice. We got Sharina.
I always wanted to know.
Go ahead, buddy.
How many of those things do y'all go through on a fishing trip? How many does it take to feed the River Warriors? I have to know.
On most occasions, it's just one pack of 6, but there's usually only 2 of us. So we can eat 6 in a day. Sometimes we only eat 4, but there's all 3 of us. We're narrowed down to 6 for one eating, and then we bring plenty of snacks. It ain't the only meal. Believe me.
Now the truth comes out.
There we go. Zach has nominated you as an honorary River Warrior.
I appreciate that, brother.
Absolutely. Tommy says I can eat 6 right now.
Yeah.
So some of the things that I like to see happen this year is more interaction from chat. So like I know we have a lot of open mic nights on lots of different channels, but I got to be honest with you. A couple of weeks ago, I had, and here she is now. I had the safety night.
Yep.
And Joy came up and joined us on screen, and there she is in chat, and I appreciate it. But I really enjoyed seeing folks that we don't normally see, and hearing from them and getting their perspective and views on things. And this year, I'm hoping to get a few more people out of their shell and come on and talk to us a little bit, and share more views, more insights, because as a community, we kind of all starting to get to know each other really well. We kind of know and expect, and we've heard a lot of everyone's stories. But I want some new, fresh ideas. I want some new folks that out of our circle. And so that's kind of my goal this year is broaden our horizons, hence bringing in Louisiana into the mix. That's right. That's right.
Stirring the pot now, son.
Yes, sir. Is it jambalaya?
Yeah, hey, whatever. I'll cook whatever you want. I'll cook whatever you want, buddy. I'll mail it to you. It'll be there 4 days.
Oh. Yeah, absolutely.
Might have to pass it in the microwave, but it'll be there in about 4 or 5 days.
Oh boy. Let's see. We got Minnow Ducker said, let's get Creole out of his shell on some ice fishing. There we go. It's Sunfish Assassin, a new member as well. Thank you, George, for picking that up. I appreciate it. We got Bob over at Fins and Finds tuning in tonight as well. Thank you, Bob. Welcome to the stream.
Wait, Freddie.
We got Nina's kayak crew also.
Freddie had a good one. Oh, yeah.
Did he? What did he say?
He said, oh, great. Roger don't want to see me anymore. Guess that means Chad's going to fire me. You ain't getting fired, Freddie. Chad loves you too much.
Chad's already moved up to Catfish Weekly. I don't know if he's got room for the.
I'm telling you, we got to start calling him Mister from now on. I guess means he's co-host of Catfish Weekly now. He didn't hit the big time.
Thank you, Brokeback Bob, for saying that there. Out of your circle is the best I've heard from you, Roger. I don't know if that's a good thing or bad.
Yeah, I know, right?
I'll take it as a good thing.
Yeah. We'll take that as a compliment. But you know, Roger, you always talk about trying new things, right? I'm gonna try to make this the 5-minute version, but let me tell you what happened to us Saturday morning. First out, put the boat in the water, winds blowing 30 miles an hour. I said, okay, it's gonna be rough. Head to the spot. The wind is blowing so hard and against the current, I couldn't anchor my boat because it would turn the boat backwards. But I couldn't anchor it in the wind because when I throw my rods out, it would drag them under the boat. So I said, man, what in the world are we going to do? So we suspend. Sit over, and I'm marking fish. Sit down, suspend. Well, in those 3-foot waves, the boat's just like this the whole time. Just back, and caught one fish, but fish all under the boat. Couldn't get them to bite. And I was mentioning earlier about, I follow Kayak Catfish. And he's been using live scope a lot lately. Right. And he's been showing and talking about how he's noticing those fish are reacting to his baits, how they'll come up, sit there, look at them, back off. He mentioned something about if he takes that bait and moves it up like this and back down, the fish move away from it. And I did not remember that I told my dad that on the way to the fishing spot. So the boat's sitting there just doing this, trying to suspend. Dad's like, hey, we need to put him on the bottom. And I'm like, no, you don't suspend that way. No, me being, hard-headed like I am. Well, finally, he just didn't listen to me and put one on the bottom anyway. Right. 2 minutes later, line takes off. And it was a 26, 28 pounder, something like that. Then after that, just fish after fish after fish. Last one we caught was that 64 pounder, that one that we put on Facebook. So
I was getting ready to say, Dad has been on a roll this year.
Yes, Dad needs to go buy him a lottery ticket. I'm telling you, between a new PB Saturday and a big buck to put on the wall yesterday morning, he needs to go get him a lottery ticket. I'm telling you, it's crazy. But
yeah, that was awesome. He's starting out the new year right. That's for sure.
Yeah. But it just goes to show, normally when you suspend, you do not put your baits on bottom. You hang them up.
Right.
But you know what? Sometimes you got to do something crazy to get fish to bite. And that's what it was. They didn't like that bait moving up and down because my boat was rocking so much. So, hey,
Trying to get caught a I think somebody else already got it. I seen looked like a bot come in there. And,
you had it. Well, now you're famous when you got the bots come in.
Yeah, that's it. Thanks, Mark Irvin.
Oh, yep, they got it.
I'm not sure. I have to kick it open over here to make sure I got enough moderators because I've just got StreamYard open right now, and that makes it a little bit difficult for me to keep up. Mm-hmm. So Michael Snow was the one who guessed it, right? And I gave everybody a clue with the purple background for the thumbnail. So I'm not sure. He put two and two together. He said with the purple background. You didn't catch that?
No, I didn't even notice it. I mean, it wasn't until he mentioned it. I'm like, wait a minute. I went back. I'm like, it is purple. I wonder if he did that on purpose. I didn't even catch it. And I knew it was me. So go figure. I almost got it wrong.
No, it was fun. I'm glad everybody had some fun with it and guessing. Like I said, there was a lot of good guests and a lot of great people to choose from. My buddy Zach and Skip both would be awesome to be on the show. I know that their schedules don't always line up with this to be consistent.
Yep. So instead, you're stuck with me.
Well, when you had messaged me and said, "Hey, my schedule changed," I was like, "It's on."
Well, you kind of threw me a layup when you said, "Man, if it lined up, we would have fun." And I'm like, "Was that an invite?" So I'm like, "Okay, we fixing to find out if that was an invite," and it was.
Yep. I knew it was Jeremy as soon as he popped up on camera.
Yeah.
Hey, what's up, Dan?
I know, right? Well, hey.
Dan over there.
So
We
did I.
got Facebook user, somebody tuning in for Facebook saying, what's up, guys? So thanks for stopping in. If he wants to see your name, you got to click a little button there on the YouTube page for me to see it. Otherwise, I won't know who you are. We'll just call you Facebook user.
But Buckeye Catfish. Oh, it's only Creole. LOL. I thought the same thing.
It's all love. All right, so he did ask me. I just didn't think I'm on Muskrat's level. He needs. Yeah, we talked about. We talked about it a while back, but he's still shy. He's getting over it.
You are up
Clint,
here,
right. What's up, Clint? Clint, thanks for stopping in and hanging out with us. Appreciate it. All right, so here we go. Let's get kicked off here.
Yeah,
and let's do what we do. Let's talk about some fishing. What's going on down in your neck of the woods? What's the water temperatures like? What's on the agenda? And what's on the short list?
Water temperatures. We're in that weird time of year right now, to where depending on which river I go to, there's a 10-degree water temperature difference. The Mississippi.
Oh wow.
The Mississippi and anything connected to it is about 56 to 58 right now. The Red River, which also connects to my fishing spots, is in the mid 60s, because it's coming out of Texas and Oklahoma, so right. One of the fishing spots I have is actually where those two waterways meet up. So you've got a mixing of those water temperatures. It's either very good or very bad. Well, Saturday it was very good. So that's where we're at now. Finally, the river is starting to come up to normal low levels, not like can't put into the boat ramp low, like we've been fighting with for the past probably couple of months.
Well, you just hang on a minute. Our water will get there here in a few days because we
need it. Bring it on down.
We're blown out. Our river's just about maxed out. River CFS of our dam is about 40,000, and I seen it today, and I think it was 360,000.
Yep, it's rolling then.
Yep.
So that means if the Ohio River is blown out that much, it's close to the conditions we normally fish. Then, if that's the case, like how fast is the current right now?
Oh,
would you say?
I'd say we're probably around the 5 mile an hour range.
Okay, so you're fishing how I'm used to fishing now.
It might be even faster than that. Last week we had 158,000 flowing and we had 3 mile an hour. Now we got 358,000. It's hard to really tell.
Yeah, you're 5 or 6 miles an hour. Oh yeah. And let me tell you, if you're not used to dealing with those conditions, it's you got to watch. You got to be really careful if you're not used to it.
Yeah. So,
at least 6.
Our technique, because we'll be, I know Zach's planning on fishing Saturday. We have a couple options this weekend. We got some fishing expo coming to Cincinnati, Ohio this weekend. And we've got Ryan Bortz is going to be a key speaker, and Chris Souders is going to be there. Wow. So we got some catfish community going to be representing at this event. And so I'm not sure if we're going to go check that out, if we're going to get on the water. But even if we get on the water with these conditions, we can still usually find fish. The fish, they're not going to be out there in that 6 mile an hour current. They're going to get blown out. They're either going to go up creeks, backwater sloughs, just any inside bends, eddies, anything they can find, because they got to eat still. And the bait can't handle that kind of current.
No.
So
they're
going to go wherever they go, and so we'll still typically find some fish.
Oh yeah, I mean depending on how you look at it. I know for me, when the river gets really fast like that, for me, the fish get easier to find because now
Yes.
I'm basically
Yes,
avoiding the main channel altogether, and I'm looking for a nice big bank cut in with a current seam. If I could find that, you better believe there's probably going to be fish there.
Yeah, and that's how I feel exactly. A lot of people, and are intimidated by the high water or feel that muddy water, high water is just not great fishing conditions. I think the opposite. I think that high water, fast flow, even muddy water, it doesn't bother me at all. I feel like the fish, like you said, are going to get concentrated more, and they're going to get pushed up against the banks. They're going to be in these currents, back. It eliminates like half of the water in the river.
Yeah.
They're not going to do that.
That's right.
And that makes them concentrated more in these other small areas, and makes it easier to find when there's more of them concentrated.
Yeah, exactly. Like my checklist when I put the boat in the water is, okay, I decide where I'm not going to fish. If that river's running hard, that's a lot of places that I'm not going to fish because I know better. That doesn't leave very much. That would be a good position to be in now. And that kind of goes back to your safety show you had last time. You got to be careful where you anchor that boat, because if that river's raging, you got trash coming down. Like J-Dog said in chat, you might have refrigerators coming down river, which, yes, we have that kind of stuff too. Trust me, whole trees and everything. You got to be mindful of that trash line. You do not want to anchor a boat in that trash line, because something gets in that anchor rope, you may have a problem on your hands. Absolutely.
And that's where the buoy ball, I know you run one on your boat as well.
Yes, I do.
That's where that buoy ball it could save your life. It sounds a little dramatic, but if you get something hung up on your line, or you've got to get out of the way quick, you can dump all that rope and everything overboard and get out of the way. And you can come back and get your anchor, after you have it, it all, settled. We've had to do that. Barge came in on us and we didn't have time to pull everything in, and we'd had to get even closer to the barge to pull our anchor. We just threw everything overboard and got out of the way. And then once the barge cleared, we went back up, got our anchor, and went on our way. It's, or you like this here, if nobody likes to lose an anchor, but there's times where you got to have that knife handy, and sometimes carrying it on your person is the best way. Yeah, keeping one on your body at all times.
I can buy another anchor. If it comes down to it, I can buy another anchor. My wife can't buy another me, although she probably want to. She can't.
Oh yeah.
And something, I took a chance on this. I had no idea when I put it on, but something that I love having on my boat now, I don't use the standard anchor cleats on my boat. I use those zigzag cleats. The ones I'm talking about?
Yeah. Yep, I do.
And I tell you, I have learned it doesn't matter how much of a load you've got on that rope. When you grab the rope on the backside and pull straight up, it's coming out that cleat. You don't have to have slack rope to get it out. There's been many times I've had to run to the front of that boat and pop it and get it out that cleat. And a normal boat cleat, you can't untie it unless you put some slack in the line. So that saved me from cutting my anchor rope a couple of times.
Yeah. Those zigzag cleats are definitely something to consider. I don't have those, and I see the benefit. Jersey says same thing. I see the benefit big time. Now my anchor rope is a little heavy duty. I think it's 1/2 inch rope.
Yeah, so that's what I have.
I'd have to get is a 1/2 inch?
Yeah. Mine's 1/2 inch, and it's maxed out. In fact, when I put my rope in my zigzag cleat, I got to step on it one time to make sure it's.
I actually think mine's 5/8. Now that I think about it.
Yeah, and they make some big enough for that. Mine is from 3/8 to 1/2 inch. You have to get the one made for your size anchor rope. If you get one that's way too big, it ain't gonna work. It ain't gonna grab. It'll
pull through. But that being able to jerk that straight up and release yourself and get out of harm's way, because when it's got a load on it, it's kind of hard to get that thing untwisted around the regular cleat.
Yeah, that's right.
Now, one of the things we do a lot is we'll have, like, I have a cleat in the very nose of my boat, and I don't tie to that cleat. I don't want to go out to the very nose of my boat to maneuver. I put the rope around that cleat, but I tie it clear back here to where I can get to it. I can get to it. So there's actually 3 foot of rope in my boat, so I could cut it without having to climb over the front of the boat.
Got you. I like that.
I've done that because of my issues and things like that. But
yeah,
even on Zach and Skip's boat, they have the tie offs on the side, but we lay the rope right over top the trolling motor so that it's dead center of the boat, keeps it from swaying so much, and that allows us a little bit of room to work if we needed to.
Yeah, and
Nolan's hanging out with us.
What's up, Nolan? Got take down catfishing in the house. Yeah, and I think some people, because of for whatever reason, sometimes they shy away from fishing the river when it's at its max like that. But sometimes little tips like that, little tricks, it may make someone a little more comfortable to at least go try it. And hey, look, you'll maybe put a few more fish in the boat thanks to that, because some of the nicest fish that we've caught has been under, to be honest, the worst conditions. That's me being honest. When the river has been calm and quiet and not much current and it's just pretty and beautiful, we don't do beautiful. I like it when it's mad. That's just it suits my style of fishing. I think I'm sure many people could come and
we feel the same way.
Let's see. You still hear me, Roger? You still hear me, Roger?
Yeah. Am I cutting out?
No, I don't.
Yeah, I got you.
Okay. Oh, I had a little thing come in my computer. I thought it cut me off. Okay, we're good. We're good.
I thought it was me. I was freezing up. I thought I was freezing up.
No, it was me. I had a notification interrupted me. I forgot to turn them off. Go figure. I'm still getting used to this.
Me too. I still don't have everything. All the we got whiskers and dreams. I don't have everything. All the kinks worked out yet. And there's a lot of there's a lot of cool features I see a lot of other guys doing in their live streams as far as overlays and sound effects and things like that. And I've actually been kind of playing with some of that stuff. And try to add a little bit more flair and have a good time with the show and make it more interactive. That's kind of some of the things that I got planned for the subscriber only functions, is to get more people in that and create content or create live shows just for subscribers to have a reward, for being part of the crew.
Yeah, absolutely. And I know
my wife.
Now, go ahead.
Yeah, I was reading J-Dog's comment there, and that's, there's nothing wrong with that whatsoever. My wife and kids' life are too important, more important than catching a fish. If the rubber's floated, I just don't go. And and you shouldn't if you're not comfortable. If you're not used to it and things like that, then it's ideally not. You're responsible for your own safety, and if you don't feel safe, don't do that. Whatever it is, even if you're on the boat with somebody and they're wanting to go for this or go for that, speak up. You're responsible for your safety.
Yeah, and not only that, but like J-Dog said, you're responsible for everybody in that boat. You hinted to that. Just because I feel comfortable doing what I'm fixing to go do, it doesn't mean that my wife or my dad or whoever's with me, I don't want to terrify them doing something crazy and then they don't want to come with me anymore. Hey, you
definitely don't want to
keep that in mind.
You don't want to give you don't want to make a bad experience for somebody, especially somebody that's not experienced.
No,
as it is when I first started. fishing rivers on my boat, I always fished upstream where I put in. If the motor trouble would arouse, I could always float back. Yeah, that's the thing.
Yeah.
If you've got an older boat motor like I do, those are the kind of things you think, you consider.
Yeah.
When you got, not to say that nothing can happen, but when you get a newer motor and these nice 4-strokes and things like that, it's less of less of a worry anyway.
Yeah. But it's still always something to think about. I mean, look, Saturday for us was a good example of that. I knew that with a 30-mile-an-hour wind blowing against the current, that the waves were going to be crazy. I knew that. So I said, you know what? I'm not putting in at my normal landing and have to run through that. So we put in on the side channel and come in that way. And it's a good thing I did, because when I got around to the main channel, I looked and I saw those 4 or 5 foot tall white caps. I said, nope, not happening.
Yeah. Yeah. We spend a lot of time reading the river, and we're very fortunate that we've got Zach, that he basically drives over the river every day on his way back and forth to work.
Yep.
So he's,
Me too.
he can keep an eye on that river and pretty much give us an idea. It was like, hey guys, I don't think we could do it, which that's almost never said. The only time we really, like he said earlier, the only time we really have issues is debris. Debris gets bad. That's not safe, and it's hard to. Had a young girl jump into Gallipolis. Yeah, I remember that. Didn't last long. The river was pushing and cold. Yeah, I remember that last year. It's tough.
We lose at least a couple of duck hunters every year in this area for basically the same reason. They run their boats on that river before daylight, and every year seems like a couple go missing, and usually, unfortunately, they never find them. That's a sad reality of it.
Yeah, you definitely got to have a respect for the river. And kind of like going back to the comment earlier, if you're scared of the river or you're intimidated or whatever, then it's not a good idea for you to be on it.
Yeah. And look, we didn't. I didn't spend my entire life on that river. I've only really gone on it in a boat the past 6 or 7 years. I kind of took baby steps, little by little, getting comfortable. I didn't just, barrel to the dam first time I got a hold of a boat. It's not, you gotta use your
absolutely. Head. Even us over the last, couple of years have, tried new things and pushed our boundaries just a little bit. For instance, we can bump down here on the Ohio, but on our dams, you can't get right up to the wall. I mean, they've got a line, several hundred yards back, and that's all the farther you can go. Mm-hmm. And so when we went down to, Alabama and Tennessee and got on these other waters, and you can go right, you can sit on top of the hydro if you want to. How we got guys that would pull themselves back under the tunnels and fish. We're like, are you crazy?
Yep. We used to be able to do that.
We kind of worked. Somebody got hurt.
Yeah, we used to be able to do that up until about a month ago. A different power company bought our hydro, like where we fish, like my bumping spot. I can't quite get as close to the hydro as what I used to get.
Yeah. Yeah, as we was able to get closer, we just kept getting farther up there, and then we decided to bump. We figured out that you can't really bump right up against it because the water's boiling, and you drop your bait down there, and your bait's down there doing this. Now, yes, you got to wait till you get back behind it and get straight by the current before you can actually take off bumping.
Yep. So. Yep, you got to get out where it gets a little more consistent. The current gets a little more consistent, a little more even. You can control your boat a little bit better. And plus, most of those fish won't be right at it anyway. They're going to be a little further away depending on how hard they're running it.
Every time I've seen guys right at the dam, sitting, right at the dam, tied off to it, I don't know if it's. I've only seen them catch smaller fish. I don't know if that's how it normally is or it's a coincidence. That's all we saw. But each time we saw folks right at the dam or right at the hydros, really fishing straight down. They were catching small fish, and I was kind of shocked by it. There's Ernie the Hog Snatcher. What's going on, buddy? Thanks for tuning in. We had Mike Turner 712. We got Brad Caudell hanging out in chat with the Sinker Man. If you guys hadn't watched one of my lives out there on the water and seen the difference between Brad's weights and most of the other companies' weights, there's a difference. And Brad uses a different mold, and it makes a smaller, flatter profile, and it allows in my opinion, allows your bait to stick much easier. It's a much more efficient weight than the other companies. I mean, I've used the other companies, and there ain't nothing wrong with it. But when I got Brad's and I realized, and I put them side by side, I thought, that's flatter and lower profile. And we all know about the flow and aerodynamics. That's got to be better. So,
well, it'll probably allow you to use a little less weight than let's say a standard sinker. Instead of throwing a 6, you can maybe throw a 4 or a 5, and it'll still stick all the same.
Yep. If anybody's got Brad, there we go. Brad dropped his email there. If you just grab a hold of Brad's email or hit him up on Facebook.
Absolutely.
Easy guy to work with. Get you set up. Usually out the door real quick. There's Haz Live hanging out with us.
Yep.
Can't chat, holding the baby. Appreciate you stopping in, brother. Appreciate that. But let's see what else we got.
Did we say hi to Mr. Maurice Cason?
I don't think we did. I didn't even realize he snuck in on us. Maurice.
Mr. Maurice Cason. I talk to you, brother.
It's always it feels like he's like home, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
You're in chat and Maurice Cason shows up and you see some of these guys that's been here for a long time. There's nothing wrong with all these new faces. It's refreshing to see new names, but some of these names have been around since the beginning, at least my beginning. And Maurice is one of them. It really feels good. Everybody's been sticking around and got each other's back. Now, Creole, we was talking a little bit. Where are you at on your subscriber count? You're 850 plus something there, ain't you?
As of 8 o'clock last night, I was at 855. I have not checked it yet today, believe it or not. That's how busy I've been today. Normally I check it like once every hour.
I don't ever do that.
We're getting there.
I used to get hung up on it back in the day, and honestly, as soon as I stopped worrying about it and just kind of did my thing, my numbers kind of did their thing. They just kind of took off again. It always seems that numbers kind of come up and then they level off for a long while, and then they go up again. But if somebody could drop Creole Catfishing's link for me in chat, if anybody in here has not already picked up Jeremy, a lot of good content. Creole fishes some big water down there and catches some big fish. And, one of the things I love so much about you and watching you is the growth, your thirst for knowledge and the questions you ask. I know when we get Tim Scott in a chat somewhere, we hammer him pretty hard. And anytime we get an opportunity to talk to somebody who can offer some insight or offer different views or opinions on things, you're just like me. And when it comes to that, you want to soak it all in. And so it's been really fun to watch your growth over the last season or two. How long have you been doing this?
I think I've been doing it right at 2 years, but really you can say a little over a year with actual effort put into it. I started my channel, put 2 cell phone videos on it, and didn't touch it for 8 months. Don't ask me why. It's just what I did. And then later on I said, well, I think I need to actually put some effort into this. So we started, we didn't have the filming thing figured out, which we kind of still don't in a way, but we're getting a little better. It
don't have to be real fancy. Some of the guys with the videography that they do and, the effects and things that they can put into their videos and stuff is makes it That makes it fun. I mean, there's some
Oh,
high
I know.
quality stuff going on out there. You see the comment here
Thank
from
you, Freddie.
Freddie.
I appreciate it, brother. Man, he's excited. He really is. And let me tell you something. He earned it. He has joeyed for me in all of these tournaments I've done, all these live challenges and everything.
Yeah.
And he works. He works hard in that boat. He really does. And let me tell
He
you,
knows what he's.
oh yeah,
He knows what he's doing.
mm-hmm.
And there's another one, Tara, with the. Well, actually, her 70-pounder got nominated twice. It got nominated for the fight of the year, and then also got nominated for. Was she nominated for Blue Cat of the Year?
Blue Cat of the Year? Yeah, Blue Cat of the Year.
Cat of the Year. And so it was really cool to watch that. Yeah, that video they've got.
Yeah, it's really good.
It's cranking out the views, man. Her and J Dog catching that 72-pounder or 70-pounder out of the Ohio River.
Mm-hmm.
I tell you, you catch a 70 out of the Ohio River, that's 100-pound plus anywhere else in the country.
Yeah, exactly.
We just don't see those kind of fish down here anymore, and it's sad, but it's true. And for Tara to catch a 70-pounder, well, that's a 100-pounder almost anywhere else in the country. So I thought it was really cool, and for all the folks that got nominated, just to be nominated and recognized by your peers is a huge. There's so much out there to choose from, and I say to anybody who was nominated, whether you win, lose, or draw, what an honor, to be chosen by your peers. Nobody else chose this but the community, and so.
Miss Paula Smith has joined us in chat. The legend herself, Miss Paula. What's going on?
Paula,
appreciate you joining. How you feeling, Miss Paula? I hope you're doing good.
Yep, she's had a rough way to go, but I can tell you two things about Paula. She is strong and she is stubborn. And if anybody can get through this, it's Paula. So, Paula, I know you I'm pulling for you. I love you, girl, but keep one foot in front of the other. And in the famous words of Dory, just keep swimming.
Just keep swimming.
Just keep swimming. Don't give up.
That's right. You see J Dog. You see J Dog. Yeah. Wait, I'm back. You see J Dog calling you out right there. Two 70s in a month on the Ohio River. That's something that I have not done in the biggest river in the country. Keep in mind. So,
okay, there's no doubt that there's no doubt he tries to play it off like he don't know what he's doing. And I'm just an old redneck here down in Kentucky. Don't pay no attention to me. He can find fish and he can catch fish, and he's getting better. Oh, yeah. He's only growing. I wouldn't take a bet on with them. Not lightly.
No, I can tell you now, of all the people, of all the people I've had to fish with and against, I could honestly say he's the only one that I would say I'd be scared to fish against again. I will say that with full honesty. I'd be nervous to fish against him again. I promise you.
Now he did call me out on a 1-versus-1, or I'm not sure if we're allowed to say that without Mark's consent, but he called me out on a challenge. Right now, the river is terrible for either one of us and not safe, and I don't want him to. But I don't know if I could pull a win off against him, but I'm willing to lose against anybody. So we'll see how that goes.
I hate to tell you who I would bet on that 1-versus-1 there, Roger. J Dog. Yeah. Anyway. Yeah.
It's going to be tough. I tell you what I really like. I like the 5-pound limit. You may not agree with that one, but
I like it.
You like it?
I love it.
Yeah.
I love it.
Yeah. Yeah. Nobody wants a dink contest. We've seen that before. It's entertaining, but
It is.
People don't recognize I have done all this with no electronics. Now I have good stuff. Good luck. Yeah, I don't know if that was a good thing or not. I kind of helped J-Dog learn his graph and figure out his electronics a little bit and how to dial in and set waypoints and get back to them and all that fancy stuff. You're full of it. I couldn't beat you on my best day. Whatever. See, that's how he gets you. He plays that little old me.
Mm-hmm.
Bam! Beat you.
He was doing that to me in the 1 versus 1 while he was ahead of me. And he was still doing it.
Yeah, that's right. So yeah, it's going to be interesting to watch, man. I'm looking forward to it. Now we got some folks heading out this weekend in different waters. The water here is starting to come down. Should be starting to come down. But we'll see how things go. It's going to be an interesting weekend of fishing for sure. Paula Smith says, as long as you have the passion and love in your heart for fishing, then you are a winner. Absolutely.
Amen. Yes. Amen.
And it's that passion. It's that passion that glows on certain folks that that just makes them stand out.
Yep. I see Brandon. Let's see. Brandon, Catfish and Dreams, says that he'll be in my neck of the woods in March. Well, be sure to hit me up. You might have to put in chat where specifically to see exactly how close you are to the neck of the woods. But definitely, if I can get my schedule right with work, we going fishing, buddy. I promise you.
Well, I might hold you to those words. I might be making it down there too before here too long.
Come on now. Don't tease me like that, Rod.
That's not a tease.
Mate.
Pontoon Jody. Hey, Pontoon Jody was another nomination this year for Female Angler of the Year. And I can't remember the other contestants in that category off the top of my head.
Jody.
There's so many.
Let's see. It was Jody. It was Laura the Explorer, and Bex, I think. No Real Laws?
I think you're right. I think you're right.
Somebody correct me on that one, but I think that's who it was.
I think that's right for that category. So, all of them are fun to watch, and each of them has, in my opinion, a different level that they bring to the table. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
As far as entertainment, catching fish, learning and doing all that stuff. So it'll be a tight one. Bex and them, man, there's no doubt that they catch fish. Over there on the Potomac, I mean, they just put fish on the bank, and it's fun to watch, and they're high energy. Laura's just cute as a button. She gets out there and she tries. There's no lack of effort.
No, not at all.
And Jody, she gets out there and does her thing by herself. She can tie her own rigs and work her own boat and all that kind of stuff. So I find that pretty cool for the nerdy side of my fishing. The fishing me for these women to get out there and do it on their own without the help of anybody else or with little help from anybody else. That's awesome.
Absolutely. You better believe it is.
Right there, parody video nomination from Freddie and Nina. I knew I shouldn't have got into these nominations. There's so many. I don't want to leave somebody out and think that I did it on purpose. I'm just catching people as I see them in chat. But yeah, there's a lot of good stuff out there. Well, here's a question for you, buddy. Creole, you close to redfish?
I am anywhere, depending on where you go, I'm anywhere from 2 to 3 hours north of where they fish for redfish. And believe it or not, I have never fished for redfish myself. That's on my bucket list, believe it or not. I've never done it.
We got a lot of fishing TV. Hey, thanks for stopping in. Appreciate it. He gets on he fishes up north of me and up on Sandusky and up on the Lake Erie waters. He catches a lot of fish. That's I'd be a good person to talk to here, and we might
Absolutely.
have to and stretch our arms and invite him in to hang out with us one night.
May have to do that. Fat Boy Catfishing. I love that name so much that I sort of resemble it, actually. I love it.
If Uncle Lou doesn't win everything he's in, I will riot. Well, he's got a pretty good shot because of the products of the year. He's got 2 out of 3. And
he just about sweep the category.
Yeah. If he pushed something else out there, he probably could have. We all say it and we mean it. And I don't want to beat a dead horse, but Uncle Lou, what he does for the community, and it's not out of the thing about Uncle Lou. It's not out of anything in return. He's not doing it to get rich. He could turn this thing into a big time deal if he really wanted to, but he doesn't. He likes keeping it small. He likes, he loves the catfish community and being a part of it. And so Miss Kennedy, just want to say hi. Thanks for every prayers, Mom, on here home as I write this. Oh, that is awesome.
That is awesome.
That is good. That is good news. That is good news.
I know. Hey,
Bex heard us talking.
Hey, you see? You talk about somebody and they show up. What's up, Bex?
That's right. That's the thing. You get a lot of these folks in chat, and you never know who's listening, but not chatting.
Right.
And
I actually do that a lot, believe it or not. There's a lot of lives that I'm in listening because especially if I'm at work, I may be on a PC equipment, driving something. I'm sitting there on the console listening the whole time. And there's a lot of times I'm there, but not in chat. But it's a whole different experience just when you get to listen to whoever. I've really gotten into the podcast thing a lot lately because it's really yes. New co-host, baby. I still can't get used to that.
That's right.
Yeah, I can't get used to it. but some do yourselves a favor. Some of these guys who actually put out a podcast, Catfish Weekly, Panfish Nation, Catfish and Crappie, Palmetto Cats, all these guys that are doing these podcasts, do yourselves a favor. Listen to them on the podcast. It's a whole different experience. I'm telling you, try really? It out. I'm telling you, you'll like it.
Huh. I have to do that. I do the visual thing, but see, I kind of do it anyway. A lot of times I'll put something on and I'll just stream it to my TV and I'll just let it play while I'm doing stuff around the house, and if I hear something or whatever, I run in there and check it out, especially live streams. I'll let live streams run. And if I hear an interesting topic pop up or I hear somebody talking about me, I'll go listen.
Yeah, exactly. So I've always wanted to ask you this, Roger, and this might be in left field just a little, but besides catfishing, what are you watching on YouTube?
Honestly, I watch a lot of like how to do some other videography and different things. I find myself going and watching other content, other styles of fishing. Not so much that I'm interested more in bass fishing or crappie fishing or any other fishing. It's trying to look at what they're doing different and seeing what I could transfer over to catfishing. And for the most part, it's 99% catfishing.
Yeah, but, I'm not.
But every now and then, I'll be out there looking at other stuff. Every now and then, I'll just go on. I'll just. What's that?
Yeah, I mean, that's what I was going to say. I'm not far from you because
I think I'm freezing up on my end.
Yeah, I think every now and then it puts a little delay. Like every now and then, like you'll go a little grainy, and it'll come back clear again. Because that internet must be cutting up on you.
Yeah, it's there
it is.
It's been acting silly on me here. I don't know what's going on. I may have to, like we talked before the show, hooking the modem directly up to the laptop instead of.
Yep. It makes a big
trying to catch a signal from the living room.
Yeah.
Well, I never used to have these kind of problems till lately. I don't understand.
Yeah. Well, you got to figure the signal you're using, and this is for anybody who uses a hotspot. Okay, the little pro tip right here. If you're using a hotspot to run your computer or run anything, it has to hop 2 Wi-Fi signals to get to you. But if you plug your hotspot directly into your laptop, into your computer, you're eliminating one of those Wi-Fi connections, and it'll give you a faster connection. A little more of what your device is capable of.
Here's the this is part of the community. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
We all rub elbows with each other and give each other a hard time sometimes. But when it comes down to it, just about everybody in here would bend over backwards to help you out if you really needed it.
Absolutely.
There we go. He says, it's a great question. When I'm not watching fishing, I watch videos on other cities I want to visit. Cities you want to visit for fishing, or just cities in general? J-Dog just now noticed I had the muddy water. Catfishing.
Holla at your boy.
Yeah, that's right.
Gotta represent. I'm one of those like go down the wormhole kind of guys. Like I'll watch a video on YouTube. The suggestion box pulls me in the weeds every time. I mean, I'll be watching Steve Douglas 1 minute and cute kitten videos the next. Like I'm gone.
Yeah, I can do the same thing. Every now and then something will get me. And yesterday I caught myself watching them reshoe horses that have been neglected and their hooves are just terrible. Watching how they get them back in shape and help the horses out. And I'm like, why am I watching this? I've never owned a horse in my life, and I probably never will. But I was watching it.
I'm the same way. I have gotten really, really big these days. Heavy D and Diesel Dave, people that know who I'm talking about. They do YouTube videos on going do recoveries.
Yep, I do.
These bad recoveries. I'm hooked on that, and I mean, I am like borderline obsessed with it now. It's a little sad. It is. It's a little depressing, but oh well.
Tommy says, funny true story. Had a coworker come to me and say they were talking about you on Catfish Weekly. I said, what is Catfish Weekly? This was a long time ago before I jumped into YouTube fishing. They were talking about me. They're talking about Creole. That's funny either way.
Probably you. I'm gonna guess you.
I've been on Catfish Weekly once.
Oh! Look at Paula's comment. People, y'all heard it here first. Chris Flores has the Paula Smith rods in stock. Beautiful rods. Lord have mercy.
We've got them.
Beautiful.
We got them. I went and ordered that like the day it came out. I ordered one, and I thought, I should have ordered two because of shipping. And I went back in the next day, gone, sold out. Yeah. No more left. Yeah. I was like, holy crap. One day, I believe. And then I think he got them back in stock. He's got them back in stock a couple different times, and they're gone just as fast as they come. So Dan Green Machine's in the house. He says, Creole, nice.
Hey, bottom of the barrel here. Roger's getting down to that bottom of the barrel. He's stuck with me. What are you going to do?
That's not true at all.
That's
not true at all. There's a lot, man. There's so many good YouTubers out there and good channels and stuff happening, growing and shaking and jiving. It's good to be part of it.
Oh,
like I said, this year I plan on doing. I plan on reaching out to different people in the country, different areas of the country, and trying to get different perspectives and different techniques. So I won't lay it all out there because then it's not original. But I've got some stuff up my sleeve I'm working on, so we'll see. We'll see what we can pull out. And and one of my favorite things is when you guys give suggestions. If there's shows that you've seen done before, either my show or another show or even another genre, and you think it would be cool or fitting or worth a try here, shoot me a message or leave a comment on a video, and I'll be more than willing to try anything once. We are 2 thumbs up away from 100. Holy moly!
Bring it. Come on, bring it to us. 2 more.
Jeremy, you brought in the crowd tonight. We have maintained. Well, we're at 73 right now, and that's the lowest we've been since we went live an hour ago.
Wow,
we was up to 100. We was up to 100 tonight. That may be a new record for Tuesday night. I'm not sure, but it's definitely a plus and a highlight. Kicking off the year, awesome. Here we go. You never know when you pull Uncle Jeep up on the screen what you're going to get.
Here it comes.
Krill, get in with the Muskrat. You guys start eating better cheddars on your boat or something, more like hot links.
See, okay. We have this little delicacy in Louisiana that we call boudin, and it's on the boat. It's usually on the boat. I don't show it on camera. Maybe I need to, being as that came up. But we're already in the it's in a casing. It's just Louisiana style. That's all.
There you go. Yeah, I think just about everybody has some food on the boat. There we go. 101. Thank you guys so much. Yeah. I appreciate that.
Yes.
Is Chaz never, man, she goes back and forth. She can actually qualify for most people's #1 fan because she's everywhere. So. She's like a shadow. Somebody called her a shadow once, and she's everywhere. She's definitely
what you got to do.
Working hard at this stuff. Yeah,
got to be everywhere.
Catfishing ain't easy. What's your favorite food on the boat? The guy, he's talking to you because everybody knows mine.
Ooh, okay. I have to throw a little bit of superstition in this because from Louisiana, we are superstitious. We just are. If my wife is with me, we have to have a bag of Funyuns on the boat. It is a requirement. They've got to be there. We do not catch fish. Oh, got to have a bag of Funyuns on the boat. That's just, it is not an option. We have turned around for that to go. It's just, it's an absolute. Other than that, it depends. It depends on who's with me. My dad is a bad influence. We end up having like cracklings and boudin or something on the boat because it's dad. It just depends. But there's usually something extremely unhealthy on the boat. I can pretty much guarantee you that.
Yeah, that's kind of the criteria. At least on our boat as well. It's not going to be good for you, but it's going to be. No. We like pork grinds. I love barbecue pork grinds.
Ooh.
Tommy says chaos divers were looking through some strip hits in Wellston, Ohio, looking for my missing grandfather. They found a stolen vehicle. I remember that, Tommy. That was last year, I think, wasn't it? I remember the story your brother told me. It was pretty wild.
Wow.
Yeah, my phone is big and my thumb is too short to reach the like button. Come on, Chad.
Come on,
man. Take his phone away.
In fact, I can get on my phone and give us a like. You know that? So I can just do this right here on my phone.
We hit 101. We got it.
That's what I'm talking
Dale
about.
Haslett says bologna and cheese. Well, I keep the Blackstone on the boat. So took Justin crappie fishing last weekend, and we had grilled fried bologna and cheese sandwiches on the boat out there. It's funny going by other boats, and they're like, "What's going on?" Boat smoke coming from the boat. They think something's wrong, and we're just
I know, right?
We're just chowing down.
I'm gonna one up you though, Roger. I'm gonna one up y'all with y'all Blackstone grill. I had an invitation from the guys at the Gumbo Attitude podcast. The podcast I did a few weeks ago. They are going to come on my boat live on their YouTube channel, and they're going to cook on my boat live while I fish.
Ooh. Mm-hmm. That sounds cool right there.
That's going to be awesome.
That does sound awesome. We got G-Style. What's going on? I'll tell you, we could put a full-size boat or a full-size grill on one of these pontoons. I was out with J-Dog. He's got room. We could put a grill on there. That's what I used to do when I had my old pontoon. We had a full-size grill on that bad boy.
Wow.
And, yeah. We'd cook up some stuff now.
Well, you realize what we call a pontoon in Louisiana, right?
No, I do not.
If you say pontoon boat in Louisiana, nobody's gonna know what you're talking about. Party barge.
Really?
Party barge.
Party barge.
Party barge. That's what it is down here. And there you go. That's why we call it a party barge.
There we go. These got it under control. Danny says, I spent some time in Louisiana. I know they eat nutria. Rat is good, but what about muskrat? Hey!
I've had it. I've had it. It's okay. There's better things, but it'll keep you from starving to death. It's okay.
There you go. I seen Bex said that she hasn't been everywhere. It is. She hasn't been everywhere yet, but she did stay at the Holiday Inn once.
She learned a lot at that stay at the Holiday Inn. Apparently, she learned a lot.
Hey, George Ray, did you log into your other account? We're getting thumbs up. We'll just make up accounts. Put it on a cracker.
We put anything on a cracker. She talking about.
There we go. Ever says, I don't have a boat yet, but when I'm on one, I have to have some corn nuts as a snack. We might have to get together this year and get up on, I'll bring my boat up. We'll go hit Sandusky Bay, and wherever you think is a good area. You definitely have that area picked apart, and I'd be more than happy to take you out. Someone said bacon.
Bacon. That's it. Well, all right. We got that out of the way. Bacon. Bacon has been mentioned in the chat. We can get that out of the way.
Roger say little pontoon. I don't remember if I said little pontoon. I don't have it anymore, but it was 30 foot long. I miss that thing every day.
That's a tank, man. I don't see a much like out. I don't see a much like out on the main river, but a lot of these oxbow lakes that we have off of the river, they're full of camps. That's what everybody has is the big party barges, and they're just out there in those big oxbow lakes.
Yeah, they definitely. I mean, a fishing platform, they definitely have their advantages. For dragon baits, they're because of the wind that they catch, it's a little bit of a disadvantage. And the problem I had really was anchoring on the river. I could have tore all the furniture off the boat, which is what I should have done, but I was trying to avoid it. But if I had ripped all the furniture off the boat, I could have set it up where I could have got the rods out the back.
I got you.
J-Dog says, I'm there to fish, not eat. Well,
but he eats the bait, though.
Yeah, what the heck?
He eats the bait.
See, that's the thing. He says, I'm there to fish, not eat. And then he gets hungry, eats the bait. Now, if you just have a little planning, you could eat something different.
I actually forgot how bad shad smelled until the other. I don't fish with shad hardly ever, and I had some the other day that I caught, and I forgot how nasty they were. J-Dog, you're an animal. You dude, you're an animal. No way.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I'm not. I've gotten scales in my mouth before, got them on your fingernails, or how you always find scales in between your fingers 3 days later. You're like, how in the world? I've showered 3 times and I still ain't got them scales off. But I've got them, in my mouth before, and it's not fun. We call it river lettuce down here. It's bound to happen, but
yeah.
I think I know the answer to this, but are you coming to Catcon up in Kentucky?
No, unfortunately, no. Making a 12-hour trip from home is not in the cards for my work schedule right now. Unfortunately, I couldn't spend that much time away from home and away from work. I wish I could, but not yet.
Yeah, Matt recognizes a lot of Fish TV. He definitely puts the especially the big channel cats and stuff. Big carp, man. I've seen a lot of different things. He's caught up there. Roger, you better be planning a trip. I got you, Paula. I've got a few more irons to work out here. I've got a whole lot on my plate right now, but as soon as I get things rolling one way or another, I plan on doing a little bit of traveling. I plan on coming and hanging out and spending some time with people I've always wanted to. And I'm going out. I think Zach told me this once. He said, I'm going out with memories, not wishes.
There you go. That's a good saying right there.
Memories, not wishes.
Yep.
Thank you, James. I appreciate that.
Appreciate it, my brother.
Me and Tara are going fishing tomorrow. Hopefully something happens. Where are you heading, J-Dog? I know the river's kind of a mess, and I know how you feel about it. I don't know if you guys are heading to a lake or what. I have thought about that. We've got that Hoover Reservoir, which you guys have seen me fish on several occasions. It will freeze up in the wintertime. It'll freeze over. But obviously right now we've got plenty of open water. It ain't been that cold.
Yeah.
So I'm wanting to go hit that a couple more times before it gets too cold. That lake gets up to 67, 70 feet deep.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah. How about Muskrat? I plan on being there. I got a couple things. I got to check on a couple things before I make my final decision. But I would love to be there. So I got a couple things I got to check on to make sure that I can make it. But man, I absolutely love the catfish community and being able to shake hands and hang out with everybody and just talk or shake a hand and hug a neck, as James would say, is also, it's a good time.
One day I will make it up there. I can't be this year, unfortunately. And I said the same thing last year. I will be there one day. Y'all just may have to give me a few years to get there.
Eric says Hoover is up right now. Eric, I think you guys bank fish it, so I'm not sure this piece of information will help. I'll keep it to myself for now because it's a valuable piece of information up there when the river's up, when the water's up.
Mm-hmm.
But it's an area that's only boat accessible, so I'll keep it to myself for now. But it's definitely a trick when the water comes up there at Hoover that will put you on fish. Fish that you catch nonstop. It was insane. It was insane. And here's the thing: it was insane until it wasn't, and then they were gone.
Like a switch turned off.
They were gone.
Like, I think somebody might be saving that for winter blues.
No, we're not fishing there for winter blues.
Oh. Why
not? Honestly, because the confidence ain't there right now. I haven't been up there much lately. There's no secret. We're going to probably be at the dam, that Greenup Dam that we like so much. This time last year, I can't remember which tournament it was. It might have been the Winter Blues tournament. I can't remember, but it was like either the day before or the day after. Zach and I went up there and caught 37 fish and just tore them up. And I can't remember if it was right before or right after the tournament. Yeah, it definitely wasn't during the tournament.
Yeah, that's what happens to me usually.
Yeah. The only way I could outfish Creole is if he came up here. Yeah, there's a little truth behind that, though. The high river's tough. You catch. There we go. Thanks, Jody. I think I mentioned it in the very beginning of the stream, but I'm going to be on LG Bass's channel on Wednesday. Oh, yeah, Wednesday. It's tomorrow night.
It's tomorrow.
I was thinking Thursday because it's Jody's show.
Tomorrow
night at 10 o'clock. So not sure what they got in store for me, but I've watched their other episodes, and that's I like the format. I like the kind of intimate. I don't know if I want to say intimate, but I like the more personalization that they get into a little bit, and makes you relatable to everyone. Yeah. We take the boat up to Hoover. Oh man, I don't know if he's serious or if he just wants to hear the secret, but I'm going to give it to you.
Uh-oh.
Eric, you go when that water's coming up and you got water coming in after a big rain. you go up to the very north end of that lake and get up in that creek that feeds in and hang on, because those catfish, that lake does not have current. And when it does start getting current and they start feeling that, they make their way right up in there. And I'm telling you, it's almost like a salmon run. I mean, there are fish piled in there.
Yep.
And once the water starts to recede, it's over. Once that water starts going back down, it's over. But if you can get all the way up there, and it's shallow, it's crazy, it's shallow. But you get up there anyway, and we've got some videos and live streams of me and Skip getting in there. And I think we caught like, I can't remember how many fish. We was in the 20s fish within like an hour, and caught over 20 some fish. And it finally, if the water started to recede and the fish just gone. I don't even know why we were up there. And I think we was just looking for something in general. And the fish finder blew up with fish. And we're like, holy cow, let's just stop right here.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we
said stop giving away. All right, it wasn't a secret then.
Yeah. Yeah, we actually run across the same situation in those oxbow lakes, because they're always attached to the river on one end, whether it's the north or south end. When the river comes up and pushes into the lake, you get on the lake side of where the water's pushing in at, you tear them up right there.
Mm-hmm.
Well, when it crests and comes back down, you swap. You get on the river side because the water's pushing into the river now. So a day before it crests and a day after it crests, it's really good, but you got to catch it just right.
Right. J-Dog reminds us that this Thursday night on the bait shop, J-Dog and Tara will be the first guests on the new and improved bait shop from Fields to Water. So be sure to check that out. We got a busy week coming up. Mm-hmm. And it's the same thing happens at Seneca Lake after big rain.
Yeah.
So yeah, we've caught it a couple times when it was just crazy good. But let's see what else we got. Who else we got, man?
I don't know. It's been.
You got anything else up your sleeve over there?
Man, we've been here over an hour already. It seemed like it's been 15 minutes. The time definitely passed.
Yeah.
Man, it passed by fast.
That was like the first time I looked at the clock and I was like, holy crap.
Yeah, I know. Me too. We just been rolling on with it. And I kind of looked down at the corner of my screen. I was like, whoa. Good conversation always flows back. Yeah. And next week is going to be even better. Then the week after that, it's going to be even better.
That's right. Yeah, Uncle Jeep knows. He's watched it before.
Everybody's favorite.
Congrats on the co-host position.
Thank you, Kelly.
Tomorrow night, Skip, I will be on LG Bass's channel, and they call it the Dock Tales. And so it's sure to be a good time. They hater blockers on. I got that. So it'll be on LG Bass. It'll be past your bedtime though, Skip. It's like 10 o'clock when it starts. Oh, I seen that. He was on Pickwick last week, caught a couple little ones, but the rain and wind was a mess.
Yeah.
And I like Pickwick. Pickwick is a lot like the Ohio River, as far as the lakes and things down through there. It's directly below Wilson, and it's more reminds us of the Ohio River. So we caught on to it pretty quick. Becca's in the house. She may have been there all along. If I missed you earlier, I apologize, but hello and welcome. We've had an excellent show tonight. We got our new co-host up here, Mr. Jeremy DeFore. And we're excited.
Yes.
Fat Boy asks, are you going to have guests on? Yes, we're going to continue to have guests and bring folks in. But it'll just be a little more detailed. So, we'll be able to catch more questions in chat. Two of us, coming up with, questions for our guests will be, I think, a better. And also, like I said, being able to catch you guys' questions in chat. So if you have questions for the guest, I'll be honest, when I get a guest on here, sometimes I get so caught up in that conversation happening right here, it's hard to keep track of what's going on over here. And make Lee Evans your first guest. I don't know about that. Uh-oh, we got a new member.
The makeup.
Bada bing, bada bang, bada boom. Brenda over with Catfishing with Cost. She was, if you guys not sure who she is, she's the one that was joined Jody last week live and caught a 40-pound spoonbill out with Jody for the very first time. And what an adventure. What an adventure that was. It was great live stream video. And so it was fun to watch. Those two make great TV to be on the screen together with.
Oh, yeah.
Zach says he learned some new skills on Pickwick last trip. So that's always exciting. Every time we go down, to Wilson and Wheeler and get down in that area, we pick up a little bit more and a little bit more and a little bit more. And, now you get to the point where, you're getting your confidence to yourself and you can go down there and if something ain't working, put something else together and stay on fish. Skip says, great show tonight. Guys, you're going to make a great team.
Thank you, Skip.
Thank you, brother. I appreciate that.
Hope to make you proud, brother.
Danny, the show's going to be great now that Creole's here.
Don't put all that pressure on me. Man.
You're going to be live too Saturday, 11 a.m. to whenever until Curtis gets cold. Now, last time we talked to Curtis said you were the one that was scared of the cold. So you guys are going to have to settle this because we don't know. We don't know who to believe at this point. Brad's got a question for you.
Brad, yeah, I do. If the river's running slow enough, normally there's so much current in that river. I would have to have 24-ounce weights to try to hang them straight down. A lot of times when it's that fast, we bump instead of suspend drift.
Yes.
But this summer, when it got really, really low and slow, we actually did do some suspend drifting and did pretty good. Lost a lot of tackle, learning how to do it right. But we caught in fact, we did that during the couples tournament, actually. That was my first time.
What rig do you like to use when you're doing the suspend drift?
I had two different rigs. I had a normal Carolina rig on 2 rods, and I had a drop shot rig that I had tied on my other 2. And you can guess which rigs I kept losing. Was the Carolina rigs, naturally. So I learned my lesson on that one.
Yep, and that's why I was getting to that point was, we really like the Kentucky rig, drop shot rig, whatever you want to call it. You put your weight at the bottom. Now, I like to use a cannonball. Even on that rig because it keeps it from spinning or spinning as much, I think, in my opinion. But, when it starts bumping the bottom, it's your sinker, and you can crank it up a couple turns and keep yourself out of harm's way.
Yeah, with that matted revetment that we have, if it touches the bottom one time, that's it. It's over. It's hung up. There is no mercy with that stuff.
Yeah, you're right. And when you're suspend drifting, you can't stop the boat and go back and try to get it out. As soon as you stop the boat, you stop that momentum, all your other lines start doing weird stuff. Now everything's tangled up in a mess.
Oh,
you got to maintain the flow. You can either get it out or you can't.
We found that out. Trust me.
We got a brothers quarrel going on up here now. You have to rod your rods close. That is what we normally do. Yeah. You got to stay on top of your rods. It's definitely it's work. It's not. Yep, that's the same thing I like to use, Brad. 10-ounce cannonballs. I like to keep them straight down underneath the boat. If the boat does have to turn or swing a little bit, they stay right underneath the boat. If they start lifting up in the water column, and the other thing I like to do is make sure all of them have the exact same weight on them. If I'm running 10, I'm running all 10s.
Yeah.
If you get one that's lighter than the others, it'll do something weird.
Mm-hmm.
So that boy says, I will bring food with me. It sounds like I need to go fishing with these guys. They're bringing food, right? And they don't. Well, I'm not sure which one's scared of the cold right now. They're both saying it's the other person. It ain't been too cold yet. I'll load up the heater on the especially up there on Hoover. I'll load the heater up and get the dragon and warm our hands up. We had Creole beef. Go ahead.
Yeah. Until I started that suspend drift, and they were ahead of me for a good while because I wasn't catching any fish. Finally, we got fed up, started suspend drifting, and I put a few nice ones in the boat. Finally.
Yeah.
Now, am I still not allowed to complain about the cold in front of you, Roger?
I don't know. You guys have actually had some cold weather down that way.
It was 28
pictures of snow from folks. How much?
Yeah, 28.
That's cold enough to complain.
Yeah. For us, that's like state of emergency cold.
Yeah, that's yeah, Lance has nailed it right there. No such thing as too cold to fish. Mm. Yeah, Brad, we do that as well. We'll suspend drift. We'll slow the boat down a little bit, and we'll get planer boards out. And I know you guys get sick of hearing it, but that's one of the things we really like about the Uncle Lou's planer boards. The deeper blade on that allows it to pull out at much, much slower speeds. Mm-hmm. 0.2 and 0.3, it will still plane. Yep. Some boards will not even think about planing until you get up to 0.5 to 0.7. But those boards will spread out. So even when we suspend drift, we will hang them. Sometimes we'll hang them underneath our planer boards and let them get out away from us and get ahead of us. And, we catch fish that way too. But, well, Creole, we still got 56 people hanging out, but we have been here for an hour and a half. And I want to leave these guys hungry for some more content for next week.
That's right.
And so we say we wrap it up tonight, and we want to say thank you to everybody who stopped in and hung out with us. Jeremy, I'm looking forward big time to this upcoming year and season with with everything going on. New guests coming in, new topics, deep stuff. We're going to try to take some time and do some deep dives.
Yes.
Pick apart, a topic or a subject and really dive into it deep. And we may not cover a whole lot, but whatever that subject is, we're not going to leave you hanging. You're going to try to fully understand it. And so new things coming.
I think that do a lot of people a lot of good. I believe it.
Yep. So thank you guys, everybody, for hanging out with us. Thank you guys so much for the thumbs up, and to the new crew members, thank you very much. And we'll look forward to putting something together for the crew members. And until next week, we'll be right back here. Same cat time, same cat channel. See you, everybody. There you go.